At number 3, the only transfer on this list, that is Dillon Thieneman, going from Purdue over to Oregon right now. Didn't quite have the great sophomore year like we thought he would be having after having an incredible freshman year. Only a 72.4 PFF grade you see right there on the screen. The year before as a true freshman, 89.5 PFF grade. What I want to point out to you guys right now, though, is how Purdue used him and how that could have contributed to him having kind of a down year this past year. So in 2023, he lined up at free safety 86% of the time on his snaps. In 2024, that was down to 57%. And this guy's range can really shine at free safeties, which is why I think he had 6 interceptions in his true freshman year. They played him far more in the box this past year, and it did not work out at all. This guy is a true free safety, true center fielder. Oregon will be wise to play him as a true center fielder in their defense next year. 89.4 PFF grade over the last 2 years, 4th among returning FBS safeties, 80-plus grades in coverage and as a run defender over the last 2 years as well. Like I said before, he's arguably the best center fielder that we have in college football and one of the best overall athletes we have in college football. He's near the top, near the 100th percentile in our game athleticism score metric, which measures your size, your speed, and your agility using player tracking data. I think Dan Lanning, who's a really smart defensive coach, he's going to know, hey, this guy's our true free safety, this guy's our true center fielder. I think the grade this past year wasn't really indicative of how Dillon Thieneman is as a player. It was more indicative of how Purdue used him last year.
No, he's spectacular, and you're right. The difference in alignment, he's at his best as a free safety. Could he play in the box a little bit? Sure, but I also think the grades are dragged down if you look at him by one really bad game in run defense against Notre Dame, which, okay, and then one bad game in coverage at the end of the year against Indiana. I think you talk about those are 2 playoff teams where he had his 2 bad games, right? And the third one that wasn't that great was Oregon. And again, you have a playoff team and a team that went undefeated in the regular season, but you look at what Thieneman did on arguably the worst team in the Power 5 last year. Yeah. Now you're talking about, okay, now he gets to go to Oregon with a defensive genius in Dan Lanning, and I still believe, I'm with you, this is the best single high free safety in college football. What we saw the year before, and even in flashes last year, Dillon Thieneman's a superstar, and I'm actually, to be honest with you, I'm surprised just for the sample size, he wasn't number 2 on this list. I know this next player could be special, and Thieneman's on a little bit of a down year, but still not all that bad considering 2, maybe 3 bad games. I think he's going to be awesome for Oregon. I think it's a home run pickup, and the fact that Dan Lanning has him now feels almost unfair.
He's kind of like the Xavier Watts of this upcoming year.
Yeah, a little bit.
Watts kind of like the best single high safety in college football. I'd say Dillon Thieneman is right now. And yeah, he was close to number 2 on this list, but hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.